Hi, everyone. It's Sam,
And Heidi.
and welcome to Go Sage Yourself. We are a podcast about realizing that you are the one you've been looking for. You don't need to save yourself, you can just go sage yourself. Sage is a powerful herb that's used. Some people say herb and some people say herb.
Well, that's wrong.
Okay, well, anyways, a powerful herb, not to be confused with a guy named Herb,
Do you
to
say Jose or Jose?
tomato, tomato. So,
Okay.
anyways, it's a powerful herb that you can use to help to clear the energy around you. And it's also the meaning of wisdom so that you realize that you're the sage.
Yeah. And so our podcast is really here to impart some wisdom and also show you that you don't have to go live in a cave somewhere to live a spiritual life.
Um,
You can be a little cuckoo, a little unhinged, and still be living in a 5D world
or 70.
or a 12D.
Namaste. So,
Namaste.
I'm Samantha. I'm a wellness coach and a hypnotherapist by trade.
I'm Heidi. I'm a breathwork facilitator and a yoga teacher.
And now we're on the part where we are going to go sage ourselves. So, Heidi,
Ah, c'è pegna, bravissima, pegna, segna, doing.
so she's bringing out the sage stick, Lion
Just
King
like,
style.
yeah, Simba. By the way, friends, we got our podcast taken down because we had the sister song and we got copyright. So hopefully they won't come at me for my Simba skills.
Tia and Tamara, like we brought them way back. People like now are excited about Tia and Tamara. So I'm just saying, maybe we can sing the Tia and Tamara
No,
soundtrack
we
song.
cannot. Nobody wants that.
Okay,
Okay,
fine.
friends, let's take a deep breath. Close your eyes if that's accessible to you. And just feel the sensation of whatever you are up against, a chair, your feet on the ground. And we'll take a deep inhale together through the nose, fill up. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. And then here comes the sage, cleansing your energy, our energy, and the podcast energy here. May everyone here get what they need from this, a little tidbit, a little nugget of clarity and wisdom for your highest good today.
Feels so good.
So good.
So today's podcast is about just realizing that the power exists within you and finding the wisdom within. I already said that. um, and my intention.
So that's a great segue to let everyone know that we're in need of an editor. So we're gonna keep that in because we don't know how to cut it out. But if anyone knows how to do stuff like that, we would really appreciate if you could reach out to us. But what's our real intention for this podcast today?
The real intention is to just help listeners to realize that they always have choices.
Yeah. And also with this holiday season coming up, to really recognize the gift in an invitation, whether that be a physical invitation to a place or an invitation to go somewhere emotionally, mentally, or spiritually.
Invitation to grow.
Yeah, exactly.
People get really mad at me though when I say this is an invitation to grow.
Yeah, that's annoying. I would want to punch you in the vagina if you said that to me.
Note to self. Anyways, so let's talk a little bit about invitations. What does that mean for you, an invitation?
Well, can you hear him?
This is an invitation for you to talk about invitations. Are you taking it? Is it an obligation? To
Yeah, so an invitation for me is either like an invitation to go and do something, or I always like to think about what the invitation is for me there. Like, is it an invitation for me to say no? Is it an invitation for me to take care of myself? Is it an invitation for me to grow and expand, even though I don't want to go do that thing with that person because I'd rather namaste in bed? Is it an invitation for me to grow out of my comfort zone and go and do that thing?
When I was younger and I didn't want to do something, I would say, don't make me snap my fingers in a Z formation.
Yeah, what is that from?
There
Zoe?
I go. I think it's from like Moesha. We
I
really
don't
like Tia Tamara, Moesha,
know. Wait, are you sure that wasn't from that Galactica girl?
Zetus Lapidus.
Yeah, who is that?
That was Xenon of the 21st century. She was the one who started us off thinking about space and what else is out there.
What is that really what happened?
No, but I really did like her show. It was great.
Remember Nickelodeon Night After the Dark? What was that one called?
It was called Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, that really made me afraid of the dark.
Or do you sleep with the nightlight light on now?
No, you should see how I sleep. I have a thing that goes over my eyes that's Bluetooth, which I know is bad for you, so that I can listen to a book before I go to sleep. And then I sleep with mouth tape on, going on over a year now, which I love. And then I'm like all in my covers.
Does mouth tape make a difference in your life?
Honestly, I would say it's one of the things that has been most impactful, um, because
Most impactful.
I really think so because what it does is it helps you breathe in and out through your nose, which sends messages to your body that you're safe and you're in parasympathetic nervous system state. Because if you think about it, when you're breathing in and out through your mouth, you're sending a message like, I'm in a
Oh,
panic. I need to mobilize, right? Which there's definitely a time and a place for, right? Like if you're walking out in the middle of the street and a car comes, you want your body to mobilize and be able to go and do that. You don't always want to be in a calm state. That's a fallacy of nervous system regulation. But in everyday life, you should really be breathing in and out through the nose to send the calming messages to your nervous system. And when you practice that while you're sleeping, then you have a whole night's worth of rest of sending that message to yourself. So then I find it much easier during the day to stay in a place where I have a choice of where I want my nervous system to be and easily slide in and out.
yeah, a choice. Going back to our invitation.
Yeah,
Yeah, a choice to speak up or a choice to close our mouths and breathe in and out through our nose.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. So let's talk about some stories of places where we've been invited. I want to talk about the story of when I was living in Maui and there were so many Thanksgivings going on, and I was invited to three Thanksgivings. And I
Why
was
were there so many Thanksgivings? Is
because
that a thing?
I think it was a thing because a lot of people didn't have family out there, so everyone was creating a Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And so there was just so many, and I was like invited to them all.
But were they all on Thanksgiving?
They were all on Thanksgiving, and I didn't want to be like rude to anyone, so I said yes to all these three Thanksgivings. And the first one I
Mm.
started off with was a full course meal. Like it was like six courses of like we're going to bring out the soup, and then we're going to bring out the bread, and then I had
Wait,
a.
is Hawaii part of the United States?
Are you kidding me right now?
You don't know. That's why you said that.
No, of course it is, and we need an editor to edit that out. That's embarrassing. Editor.
Geography is so hard. No, because I was just trying to think if like Thanksgiving was celebrated there.
Yes.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah. So, anyways, so I was invited to three Thanksgivings, and by the end, I felt sick to my stomach because I felt like I was just giving to everyone else and
Mm.
not using my voice to just say, "Hey, can I just have some leftovers from your Thanksgiving?" Because you know you're going to have some. Because there was,
That's really where it's at, is the leftover part. Yeah, I just want to go to people's houses and eat their leftovers
yeah, me too. So maybe are you invited to people's houses? Like that's more of a faux pas. Like you're not really invited to people's houses to
for the
get,
leftovers.
yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Oh,
We do leftover situations.
and you invite people over to get the leftovers from your Thanksgiving?
Well, I don't host Thanksgiving,
Oh, okay.
but back to your story. Did you learn what was the growth in your story? What was your question that you said to people that made me want to punch you?
What was the invitation to grow?
Yeah, that.
The invitation to grow was just reflecting on how I can overcommit myself in my life. I tend to walk like the other day, I was literally went to four birthday parties in a weekend. And I've been known to do that because I just want to say yes to everyone. Why not? Like, what else am I doing within that hour? And the realization that it's too much. It's too much.
That's insane. How do you even know four people who are having birthdays?
I don't know. I just get invited to birthdays and very
Well,
popular.
you also invite yourself to people's events. Like when we're at a park and you just start conga lining with like random people who are having a birthday there.
That's the best party to go to because then you can leave. I feel like it's the people that, so this is what I want to talk about is like the I feel more obligated when I know the person. Like when I just
Mm,
show up at a conga line at the park, I feel like I'm like, oh, this is fun and I can leave whenever I want. I don't need to stay there. But when people I know are inviting me and they look forward to my presence or I don't really hang out with them that often, it feels more like I want to show up for them. And so how do I show up for myself really rather than show up for everyone else? And I think that's
yeah.
the key to the holiday season is really remembering that just as much as it's an invitation for them, it's an invitation for you. And how do you use that so that you can actually be grateful in the end and not feel depleted?
Yeah. I think it's funny because your mine is the opposite. Like you um get invited to all these things and you want to go to them and I get invited all well, I don't get invited to like all these things, but I don't want to go to them.
Right.
So I have to figure out it for the invitation for me is the invitation for me to like grow and be seen and like put myself in an uncomfortable situation where I have to like talk to people instead of being staying in my comfort zone of like being in my pajamas and like reading a book.
So, what are some tools that you use? Because obviously, I'm not so great at um, saying no. So, I mean, my favorite thing to do, and this isn't a tool, is I usually say maybe to people, and maybe means no, but maybe I'll just happen to show up and it'll be really exciting. And I tell people that in advance, and that's helpful, but that's still copping out. So, what are some things that you have found helpful to be able to say no and feel comfortable in that experience?
Well, I think, do you know your human design?
I do. I don't really remember what it is.
So that was a helpful tool for me. Human design is sort of like gives you sort of a blueprint print of your personality and who you are and how you operate in the world, based on like astrology and Kabbalah and lots of different other things. And so I'm a generator and I make decisions from an emotional authority. And so for me, I have to wait. Like I get really excited about things that light me up and I just want to like go get them. Or the opposite is true. Like I hear something and I'm like, oh no, I don't know. Or I'm very indecisive. And so I sort of have to wait until the wave passes through until I make my decision. Because I go through um, all these waves.
Rolling with the homies. She was
That's
just moving her hands like in Clueless, where they did rolling with the homies. I think most people who are from the 90s are going to love our, or 2000s are going to love our podcast because we reference that a lot.
fair.
So you were able to roll with the
Yeah,
home.
so I roll with the homies and but then it's still hard for me to make a decision because I think similar to you, like I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I want to make sure that everyone is like taken care of, but I also need to make sure I'm taking care of myself. So, I think one tool that is really helpful is seeing if things are light or heavy.
So how do you do that?
Why are you looking at me so weird?
Because I love the light and heavy test.
Oh, you wanted to bring up light and heavy?
Yeah, but it's
Well,
okay.
okay, you go.
No, it's fine. I want you to tell about the light and heavy. I taught it to you, so now you can tell me about it.
Oh my God, you did not teach it to me.
Where did you learn it?
I learned it from Patricia.
I taught it to her.
You, as a child, taught our mother how to do light and heavy. I highly doubt
She
that.
did more like the sway tests and
Oh,
like
yeah.
things like that. She didn't really do light and heavy, which I feel like light and heavy is what Heidi will explain in a moment, but versus the sway technique, which is more like woo woo.
So the sway technique is where you like hold something, like let's say you're deciding whether you want to take the supplement or something, and you hold it in your hand, and then you close your eyes, and if you sway forward, that's a yes, and you should take it, and if you sway backwards, that's a no. It's like similar to the pendulum when you have like a crystal pendulum, and if it goes circles, it's yes, and if it goes up and down, it's no. Didn't they do that over your? Oh, you have one right there.
Yeah, let's ask it a question and see what it says.
Okay.
Is it,
Should
oh, go.
no, you go.
Is this podcast going to be successful?
Yeah. Come on, make it in a circle.
No, the up and down is yes. Oh my gosh, it's
Is
saying yes.
up and down is yes, and
Yeah.
circle is no?
Yeah. So now let's ask it a question that we know is no.
Okay. Is my name Varushka? Circle?
No, it's going side to side. No, it's saying no.
Okay, great.
So my pendulum works. So
But
that's how
you don't think you're moving it like in the Ouija. Did you do Ouija boards when you were little?
I did.
And were you moving it?
I was, but I also called in a spirit one time and I had to literally, we had to hire someone to get the spirit away.
I lived in your house. Who did we hire to get the spirit away?
I went to someone and they taught me how to go get it away.
What? How old were you?
I think I was maybe like 9 or 10 and I was at my friend Lindsay's house and we did the Ouija. And
Yeah.
then after that, there was like literally I would hear things in my room. And one time there was like weird splatter all over your room and we couldn't figure out how it got there. Although
What? Where was I?
I don't know. But
Someone
anyway,
lived in my closet. Maybe it was him.
maybe. I don't think it was a boy. I think it was a girl. And basically I ended up they told me how you get it away is you just scream in it. So I was like, go away, go away. And then it went away.
You paid someone to tell you to scream at the spirit and it will go away. I'm dead.
I did.
And who paid for this? You were 9. What did you use? Like your newspaper money that you didn't have?
No, mommy helps me to pay for it because I was very upset.
That is very interesting.
Okay, so anywho, the light and we did we finish the sway technique? You
No,
go.
yeah, we finished sway, but you say lighter and heavy.
Okay, so light and heavy is basically when you check in with your body and you see if something feels light or if it's something feels heavy. And so basically, like you might say, like you're invited somewhere, and then you just check in and you start to think, like, does it feel light or does it feel heavy? And if it feels heavy, then you don't do it. And if it feels light, you do. But I do think that it's a little tricky with that because sometimes, like, when in doubt, like, go to the thing. So it becomes like, okay, so is it really heavy because I just like should like I should really but I should really go. Like I was taught in one aspect, like when you really don't want to, you should. But that's a different energy than the light and heavy is what I'm getting after is like in some cases, like let's say someone's like, okay, I want you to be a speaker at a conference. It's like I don't really want to do that, but like at the same token, I know that that would be good for my expansion. So
Well,
I
I
don't
think that's different. Like you're talking about fear,
right.
which is like, and fear is just excitement without the breath.
That's right. Let's take a
Mm.
deep breath right now together, everyone. Okay, so that helped. Now I feel lighter. So maybe I think that the key is when you're doing a light and heavy test, it's really important first to take a deep breath and center yourself as opposed to get right into the mind of like, okay, well,
1000%.
do it or not do it.
Yeah, I think every single strategy is better when you're grounded in your body because otherwise you're continuing. I mean, the reason why you're confused is because your head is getting in the way, making a story about something. But 95% of information comes through the body. And so if we stay with the body, 11 billion bits of information are processed through the body and only 40 are processed through the mind.
I want to know who like measured the 11 billion bits and the whatever you're talking about. Like who said that? And do I have the same amount of bits as you do?
Yeah, you
No,
do. Yeah.
we have the same exact
It's an
amount
average, okay? That's the way science works,
of. Oh, okay.
I think.
Right, but that I mean it makes sense. You have to be connected. The 95% often is also said that that's the subconscious mind. That's why the body
Right.
the score.
The body keeps the score.
So any other techniques, I mean, that you recommend that
Yeah,
you
I'm just gonna piggyback off your light and heavy, because I think for some people a more tangible strategy might be to put the two decisions in one in each hand and then close the eyes, take it to the body, and then see which one feels lighter or heavier in each hand.
right. So you would explain how you would do,
So,
how you,
like, should I go to the party is in my right hand? Should I not go to the party is in my left hand? And then I close my eyes, I breathe, and I picture myself going, and I see and I sort of feel which one in my hand is getting higher, which one in my hand is getting lower, and then I can make a decision of if I want to go or not to the party.
okay, I love it. Okay,
Great.
so now I want to tell you a story about that I feel like also relates to this.
Great.
Um,
Let's hear your story.
okay, so there's a man in a boat, okay?
Okay.
And this man,
Following.
and it's foggy out. So he's like traveling down in his boat. Let's say it's a canoe and it's silver. I think that's an important part of the story. Anyways,
Oh,
he's traveling
okay.
in the boat and all of a sudden he hits another boat and or the boat hits him. The boat hits him and he gets and he gets
Okay.
very angry because someone hit him. And then all of a sudden the fog clears and he realizes there was no one in the boat. And so the point
Uh-huh.
is that
Yeah, what's the point?
everything is you.
What?
Yeah. So when someone's inviting you somewhere or when something is light and heavy or whatever the case is, then is that really just you being invited to go deeper within yourself?
Well, I think everything is a mirror or a window.
Right. So if it's a mirror, then it becomes he was the one who bumped into himself. So when I'm invited to four parties, it's really a mirror back to me of like, how are you going to treat yourself? How am I going to treat myself?
Hmm.
Any
Okay.
thoughts? Any thoughts, ideas, suggestions?
I'm not sure I'm following. I don't really like canoes. I'm more
Yeah,
of a
me either.
kayak person.
Okay, I get that. I mean, canoes aren't my favorite, but it's not about me, it's about the story.
Yeah, okay, I hear you. So it's like, um, everyone is yourself
Right.
in
Exactly.
the
Everyone is an
canoe.
empty shell of yourself.
What?
I was just thinking about that Ram Dass quote that said like, everyone is God in drag. And while you don't
Yeah,
have to be spiritual or like religious to think that, you have to just, I mean, I have to just realize that every single person is me. So where am I being invited to?
right. It's the window and the mirror. But I think some people say there's also a door. Do you know what the door is?
I don't even know about the window.
Well, the mirror is, it's actually an education term. The mirror, and it's really about like stories and reading books to children, but it also, I think, is applicable to life. Like a window is a mirror is that you're looking up against something and it's a mirror for yourself. Like, where do you see yourself in this? I see myself as this thing. A window is that you're looking at another person to get their perspective, even though that might not be you, but now you have a perspective of someone else's life. And so you can have appreciation and empathy for a whole new set of people. And then a door is maybe, oh, a door is like an expander, I would say. So, like, you can see what else is possible that you didn't think was possible before. Like, I didn't know that it was possible to make $1 million in 1 hour. I thought people could only make $1 million in 1 year, but now that I know that's possible, I can now step through that door.
Yes. Love it. Okay, let's play our game now today. The game is going to be bless it or block it. So each one of us is going to say three scenarios, and then we're going to decide either bless it, which it supports the invitation to grow, or block it, namaste away.
I also love this game because I use it in real life. You taught it to me. And sometimes like when I was really like I remember when I was applying to teach at the yoga studio. Shout out Soulfire Collective. Love you all so much. And I was really nervous and I didn't know if I like what was going to happen. And so I was like, I'm excited about this. I'm going to do it. And then I said like bless it or block it. Like if it's meant to be, let it come in. And if it's not, then the universe will take care of it.
Yeah, so you can use it just like the light and heavy, bless it or block it. Okay, so I'll start. Let me check someone's stories to see if they're mad at me. Bless it or block it.
Block it. If
Block.
someone is not sharing with you that you're mad and that they're mad, then you're not going on their story. And you think they're going to be passive aggressive and just like share that with you on a story
Maybe,
and
maybe
not
they're
tell
not
you?
talking to you, and then all of a sudden they like share a cryptic message like Justin Bieber or like something like that.
Yeah, Justin, you think Justin Bieber does that to his friends? You think,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. A friend sends you a 7-minute voice note. Bless it or block it.
I'm gonna go bless it. Like if I'm your sounding board, like by all means. But also like could you maybe I'll just like put it in chat and say like summarize, please.
Yeah, like it sends you the transcript and you can just read it.
Yeah, just like look through quickly.
I also say bless it because these days I don't have time to talk to you for a really long time on the phone. So if I can just listen to your voice note and send it back, that's like way easier for me.
I don't know. I love a voice. Now I've gotten really into them because people love them around here. But sometimes it's
Everywhere,
like,
not just around there.
yeah, it's like very much a part of this area code.
Uh-huh.
But also like if I'm in a place where I can't listen to your voice note, what am I supposed to do?
Well, they have you can it transcribes it these days, so you can just read the transcription.
Okay.
I think you need to upgrade to your iPhone. Okay, last one for me. Someone texts you and says, "Hey girl, I have an amazing business opportunity for you."
I mean,
MLM,
I
multi-level marketing.
I get those texts all the time and I'm very tempted to ask them what they have in store for me.
So bless it. You want those
No,
texts?
I don't really want them unless it's like for real.
Okay, so if it's for real and they want
Yeah.
to incorporate you into their business, like
Well,
selling.
I don't want to like sell LuLaRoe leggings, but like if they want, if it's like a crystal pyramid scheme, like I would maybe be into that.
Okay, fair enough. I hate those. I don't want them. Don't send me your messages.
But I don't want to be like involved in like promoting it. Just like,
That's how it works.
well, maybe if it's like part of a group, then I'll be part of the group, like a cult.
Okay, perfect. I
Great.
know you love a good cult.
I do
Okay,
love cults.
tell me.
Okay, someone says this happened for a reason when you're still annoyed.
I think block it.
You're the one who literally just said you do that to people.
I do that to people. This doesn't mean I want them. No, I'm just kidding. I if I'm not ready to hear it and someone can't see that part, I really want I would like to block it. I mean, I allow people to just be as they are. So I guess I'm like accepting it. Is there like a blessed accept it, block it? Because I would be like
I
accept,
think no one is ready to hear this happened for a reason when they're in
right?
that state.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say block it.
See?
Okay, the crystal shop texted you new arrivals.
Um, bless it.
Yeah,
I want some new crystals and
always.
yeah, and oracle cards. I'm obsessed.
Same, same. Give me a crystal and oracle card all day, every day.
Okay, one more.
Okay. Someone tells you to raise your vibration instead of apologizing.
I don't really love that. I don't want people to tell me either. Oh, oh, so like they don't
So
want to
like they're not taking like they're instead of saying I'm so sorry, they're saying like you just need to raise your vibration.
no, block it. That person is ridiculous.
But how do you feel when you say, like I said this to Jordan, my husband, yesterday, and I was like, I'm so sorry that you feel that way. And he was like, no, you should be sorry for what you did, what you need to take responsibility for, not sorry for how I f feel about it.
I think that that's where the shift for me, and I don't do it perfectly, is from sorry to thank you. So like if someone said something to me, I would say thank you for sharing that. I don't have to engage. I can just say thank you for sharing that. I don't have to like place blame. Or if I want to say sorry to someone, if I really need to say sorry to them, fine. But otherwise, like if I'm late, let's say, I would say thank you for your patience. I really appreciate it. I don't have to say like
Ooh.
you're late too or whatever. I can just offer a thank you.
Wait, I love that. So the invitation there, it's not an invitation to get into things with them. Um, the invitation is to try something new.
Exactly.
I
So
love
on
that.
that note, thank you everyone for being a part of the podcast today. We really appreciate it. We hope you got something out of it. And just remember, you can go sage yourself. Anything else to add, Heidi?
No.
All right. We love you guys. We welcome.
From the news shaping your community to the issues that impact your life
Are
in
you
Montgomery
kidding
County.
Like, follow, subscribe. We need an editor.